So the Lakers lost. Now, with a season high, 3 straight losses. They lost their 3rd straight in a row. They lost in San Antonio, they lost to Milwaukee, and they lost to Sacramento, in Sacramento, which should have been a very winnable game, regardless of where they're at, right? But I'm telling you, man, dark days are coming. Dark days are coming for the Lakers. And I'm seeing them fall apart, much like I've been falling apart in my life, you know, with what transpired last Friday, and, you know, especially with how rough my last week went, right? It's gotten to a point for me, man, that I may just call it, like, for you know, what this month is. I usually don't give my grades until like late in the month, but considering that it's only the 13th, you know, I don't know how it's, the rest of the way is going to go for me. I mean, nobody can predict the future. I can certainly predict mine. It's going to suck. It's going to suck before this month ends. You know what I'm saying? So I might as well just call it, because I've already been through more than enough, and to see a repeat of, you know, of what transpired just last Friday, like from what it was last year, I thought that could have been done and over with, and instead it just happened. Yeah, I've been told, well, just get over it, you know, just let it go, you know, it happens to all families, it happens to all relatives, this and that. I don't want to hear that. I get it. I'm not stupid to know that. My thing is, this has happened way more often with me, and maybe like a few other people, and that, you know, it's getting to a point now where I just need my own independence and freedom before I lose another friend. I almost lost a boss on Friday, and that was one of my best buds, dude. You see what this dump is doing to me? And yes, I'm still gonna blame my dump. I'm blaming my dump for constantly making me mentally corrupted. That anytime something goes wrong at home, or I just lose my cool over something that's of a misunderstanding, and the next thing you know, heated arguments start happening like this, and next thing you know, it becomes this again, where a lot of awkwardness, a lot of tension. I don't want that anymore. I want a perfect life. I hate my life more than anyone hates theirs. I know it sounds egregious to say it, but, you know, that's how I feel. I get there's some people who just can never get along with you. I mean, I'm not saying that's my family, but I mean, you know, just I'm not saying that's my entire family, you know, but I'm just saying, like, there are some people who are just never going to see you as a good person, or what have you. You know, it could be anybody at your workplace, or just, you know, school and all that, right? But, you know, it's just, you know, it's just to me, like, that this is what it just, you know, feels like at this point. Like, you know, I mean, it's just there's just some people that, you know, like, yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not saying they're never gonna get along with you, but there's just certain things that they expect from you, you know, to just, you know, to just not make sure that, you know, you're not irritating them to a fault, or even to, like, a certain degree, that, you know, to avoid any any such madness to the point where suddenly the relationship with that person, or just ends up shifting and turning and becoming different to a point where you're no longer being liked. So you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it with some people. I mean that's the case with me more so than than dealing with people who dislike me and all that. So anyways, man, that's I really just hate to see how all transpired last Friday and all that, but I am being serious with my thinking here, and every time I come home from my dump, it's I just have to know that I'm sitting there, just I mean I don't even know how I can move out yet. I can't. I need a new job. I hate, and I'm already frustrated enough to even say that I need a new job, because it's been that way for way too long. And for me to be stuck in that dump where I'm, just knowing that it's been regressing over time, then that's why I myself have been regressing. I mean, I'm just tired of it. Like I'm already just feeling mentally exhausted. That it almost feels like I just don't want a job hunt anymore. I mean, did I really miss out on just job hunting much sooner just because of the way graphic design works now? It's just not fair, man. But yeah, the Lakers have fallen apart, much like I've fallen apart, to a fault. So I could probably say I could be 0-1 in the month of January. It's just like at this point, it's hard for me to even start off well anymore in the new year. Last year it didn't start out well. The year before it didn't start out well. Even if I had a couple great moments, but for the most part, I just did not start out well. I have not been starting out well since what, like 2020? 2022? Yeah. It just hardly ever happens that way. That's why, I mean, I just really don't think I should have any more expectations for a new year. Because if I do, and I'm still in this dump, that's just another recipe for a really bad year. In this case, I've already gone through 4 straight years of it being in that dump. And as for the Lakers, and with LeBron being there, I know I've heard some of the guys that I listen to that he's been the main problem. If that's the case, you know what? I say let us go through the rest of the year just being what we are now, already having lost to some sorry teams like the Kings, Sacramento Kings, and the Bucks, who have been well underperforming. So this has to be LeBron's last year, or at some point. Like, if you're desperate, then trade him, which in this case he won't. So let the fallout continue for the Lakers, and maybe at the end of this season, just they'll finally do something about him. And that's that. They're falling apart. In the case of me falling apart, I need to work on it. This is not me waiting till I know I still have my shoot around season finals. Which could really be a long series till the end of this month. So nevertheless, I'm not gonna wait until the end of this month. I mean, I gotta crack it down. This is where I don't have like a seasonal end. It must be done ASAP. So yeah, that's how I look at it with my life. But it really does feel like it's gonna be all in one to start this year, 2026. I mean, I'm not even expecting anything out of this year anymore until a new job. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that.